This recording explains how to integrate EMC Atmos and EMC Syncplicity. Atmos is a globally accessible and highly scalable cloud storage platform. Syncplicity is a file sync and share software. The on-premises version of Syncplicity allows a company to store the user data in its own data centers. When a user adds a file in a folder managed by Syncplicity, the Syncplicity client running on the user's computer contacts the Syncplicity cloud. The Syncplicity cloud tells the client to store the file locally. The file is sent through a load balancer to a Syncplicity appliance which stores it on Atmos. The Atmos policy creates a second replica of the object on the other side following a defined policy. If the user shares the file with a second user located on the other side, the Syncplicity client running on the second user's computer contacts the Syncplicity cloud. The Syncplicity cloud tells the client to retrieve the file stored locally. The Syncplicity appliance retrieves the corresponding object from the local Atmos. Each Atmos site, also called RMG, is active and an object stored in an Atmos cloud can be read from any site. To configure the Syncplicity on-premises, a subtenant and a UID have been created on Atmos. Then, a Syncplicity appliance has been deployed on each site and the configuration file modified to indicate the IP address of the load balancer and the Atmos credentials. Two rules have been created in the load balancer. The first one balances the request coming from the Syncplicity appliances to all the Atmos nodes. The second one balances the request coming from the Syncplicity clients to all the Syncplicity appliances. Now, you add a file in a folder managed by Syncplicity and check the sync status. After that, you edit the file to create a second version. Finally, you create a shareable link to share this file. As you can see, the client you will use to download the file is located on the other side. You use this link to download the file from the local Atmos. The Syncplicity file browser can be used to see different versions. Next, you can recover an older version. Finally, you can recover a deleted file. The admin web page allows an administrator to define sharing policies. For example, you can allow users to share files externally. This web page can also be used to define retention policies. For example, you can choose how many versions you want to keep. Finally, you can set up the authentication mechanism. So, to conclude, this tutorial demonstrates the advantages of using EMC Atmos to store the Syncplicity data when you have several sites.